It's time for some NFL picks for Week 11. I'm Professor MJ, still in Aruba for a few more days. I did not publish many videos this week to enjoy my vacation family time, but I'll be back to my normal schedule next week. Up first, I am taking the Chicago Bears plus half a point in the first quarter of their game against the Packers. In other words, I believe the Bears will either lead or be tied with Green Bay through the initial quarter. Chicago fired their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, in order to shake things up on the offensive side of the ball. The Bears surprised everybody with a 4-2 start to their current season. Their defense was stout, as evidenced by their 16.8 points allowed per game average. Meanwhile, their offense was trending up in a big way, since at that point of the season, they were coming off games where they had scored 36 and 35 points. And then the team hit a wall. They lost in Washington and in Arizona before last week's humiliating 19-3 home loss to the lowly Patriots. This ugly performance led to Waldron's firing. However, there is reason for optimism. First, a coaching change usually leads to an energy spike. See the Saints last week, who pulled off the upset over the Falcons after giving the boot to Dennis Allen. Secondly, the Bears are getting healthier on the offensive line, which is critical to their success. That is one of the reasons why the offense has scored just 2 offensive touchdowns during their 3-game losing slide. Both tackles, Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, returned to practice this week, and they appear on track to play against their division rivals. The Packers are off to a solid 6-3 start. But are they playing their best football right now? Not necessarily. Last week, they trailed 24-3 at home against Detroit before making it look closer with a late-game touchdown. The week before, they needed a field goal as time expired to get the W over the Jaguars. To me, the Bears are very likely to get off to a fast start in this game. The crowd will be fired up against hated division rivals. The players will be excited to rebound after an ugly performance, and their defense remains very stingy. And don't forget how Chicago owns a 4-1 record at home this year. The Packers may come back later in the game thanks to Jordan Love's arm, but I am betting on the fact that the Bears will at least be tied with Green Bay through the first quarter. That's pick number 1 for Week 11. Are you ready for another betting tip after a super quick break? It's coming right up. We have a great AFC North battle as the Ravens are traveling to Pittsburgh on Sunday. The winner takes first place in the division. The 2 longest tenured coaches in the NFL are facing each other in this meeting. Mike Tomlin has done a fantastic job at stopping Lamar Jackson since the latter owns a 2-4 record against Pittsburgh, while throwing 7 interceptions in those matches. Here is a mind-boggling stat. The Steelers' defense has given up less than 20 points to Baltimore in each of the past 7 meetings. Is that going to happen again on Sunday? I don't think so. One key reason for that is Derrick Henry. Pittsburgh does well when they force opposing QBs to throw the ball often, which leads to several sacks and turnovers. But I think Baltimore will find a way to establish their ground game, with Henry and Jackson finding some holes. Not enough people are talking about the fact that Lamar has thrown 24 TD passes versus just 2 interceptions this season. Russell Wilson is also enjoying a good season, with 6 TDs and 1 pick, but I don't trust him nearly as much as Jackson. I think Wilson will flop in this game, and the Ravens will take this game by a margin of at least 3 points. For this reason, my second pick of the week goes to the Ravens laying 3 points in Pittsburgh. If you would like to get my top 10 NFL picks for Week 11 on sides and totals, go to professormj.com/pages/NFL. You will also find a package that will allow you to gain access to my favorite player proposition bits, which are easier to beat. I'm Professor MJ. Enjoy Week 11, folks!